Hi there, it's Sandy Freshie back with another video. I guess this would be Surviving Change Part 3. It has been a really long week. It's probably been longer than a week since we were last here in the video sphere together. I have moved my office, if you can tell, and if you watch the last video, you know that we're staging our house, or we actually have staged our house, and it is on the market, and our new home is taking shape really quickly. So this is all part of big renovations in my life. Not only my personal life, but it will actually change the shape of my business life to some extent. And I'm not sure how that's going to happen. I just feel it, and I know that when I ride with it, it's going to open up for me. So back to our topic, Surviving Change Part 3. Here's what I have to say. Do not be afraid to ask for help. That's part A of Surviving Change Part 3. Part B of Surviving Change Part 3 is do not be afraid to open up and receive that help. So don't be afraid to ask for it, and remember to open up and really receive it. This was a lesson that I learned again, or I fine-tuned actually again in this process of getting our house up, staged and up and ready to go on the market. I really could not do this on my own. First of all, I'm a projector. I don't have a defined sacral center. I don't have consistent work energy. And my husband isn't here all the time. He did what he could do while he was here and moved all the big stuff out of the house. But you know what? I had to ask. First of all, I had to ask the universe for some inspiration on how I was going to get this done. And when the inspiration came, I really had to ask people that I knew to come in and help me with this. And when that happened, it was like a lesson for me, or it was a point, an exercise in mastery for me to begin to really observe where I am uncomfortable receiving the help that I've asked for. You know, I've gotten to this point, and maybe you have too, gotten to this point where you're relatively comfortable asking other people for help. But maybe you're not necessarily comfortable yet in really receiving that help and knowing who you are and using your gifts and talents to the fullest of your ability, while you allow others to use their gifts and talents as well to help you and to support you in your change and transition. Nobody has a transformational transition without the help and the support of others. Whether it's your spiritual connection that is helping and supporting you, or the physical other people in your life, or the synchronicities that come up, all of that comes together when you open up, ask for it, and allow it to come to you and allow yourself to receive it. So that was the lesson I learned in this big change and transformation, you know, and it's going to be ongoing. So if you're going through change and transformation, please like and subscribe to my channel so that you can follow my lessons. You can learn my lessons as I share them. I'm a 3-5 projector, which means that I find out very quickly what not to do. And then I get to share them with those of you who really care to know. So if you're going through anything like this, or if you're going through internal change, please do follow so that you can learn from me and be inspired perhaps, and move into your change and transition very gracefully. So where do I want to go with this with you now? It's actually late on Wednesday. I am pretty tired at this point. I'm just kind of getting myself together for the week, getting used to my new office, getting myself focused for the things that I need to do that I haven't been able to do in my business. And wanted to just share this with you of how important it is when your transition is deeply excavating and transformational. You need other people to help you out. One of the things that I observed for myself, and if you're a projector, you may want to pay attention to this. I had my manifesting generator stepmother here. I had my manifesting generator stepdaughter here at varying times during this transition. And I got to observe several things about the relationships between projectors, or at least me as a projector, and these two sacral beings who have that work energy that they were lending to this process. The first thing is that I really observed how each of them didn't initially know what it was that needed to be done or how it needed to be done. Now, some of that's the practicalities of moving, and I had to sort through things and all of that. And but once they got the direction from the projector, who is the one giving the direction and guiding, that's my thing. Once I gave them that direction, they were off and running and they could work for hours and hours. But the second thing I observed in this receiving help as a projector from generators, is that when they were tired, they stopped. And they knew, in the textbook, generators and manifesting generators usually know when enough is enough. And projectors and manifestors, reflectors who don't have a defined sacral center may not know when enough is enough. And I sat back and I watched their rhythm. I didn't sit back. I was, moving things and directing things and sorting through things. But I was aware that they had a rhythm and they could just stop and rest. And I would feel like I could keep going. So a lot of that, if I explain it from a human design mechanics point of view, has to do with amplifying sacral energy and feeling like I had that energy to work. But you know what I did? I took their cue and I went and sat down and I rested. One morning I stayed in bed all morning because I knew that if they had the energy to do it, I probably didn't at that point, even though I might have felt that way. So I stayed in bed and rested. And that was perfectly fine because I was directing the show. They were waiting for me to direct them into what it is that they needed to do. And then they were off and doing it. And once I got comfortable with my role in this as the one who needed to do the directing, needed to relax and be comfortable with asking for help in that way. And once I got comfortable with laying in bed and resting while they were doing things, everything really seemed to flow. It seemed to flow in a way that was potentially so much more productive than it would have been if I were interjecting myself in places, trying to get all the physical work done that really isn't my forte. I could sit back, I could weed through drawers, I could say, put that there, go over there, why don't you try that? And then eventually, especially with my stepmother, because she's a little more mature, she caught the rhythm of what was going on, and then she knew what to do. She could say, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to clean this piece of whatever it was she was doing, or I'm going to put these things in a box, and while you're over there sorting through that, or while you're over there taking a break or checking your email. So there was this rhythm and this flow and this harmony when I got comfortable with asking, receiving, and being in my energy of directing and guiding. So that's a little human design aside, in addition to, what you need to do to survive change, part 3. Where are you needing, what kind of support do you need to ask for in your change and transition? And if you don't know yet, or aren't familiar yet with your energy type and really what your energy is here to sustain, that's okay. I have a website that you can go and start to check out some information or follow my videos. But you already probably know where you need to get help and support. If you're going through internal change, it may be that you need to get someone, a guide or a counselor or someone to help you through that process of these internal shifts and changes. If you're having external transitions and you're really doing this transformational thing, we really excavated and cleaned out a lot physically in my life, then it may take more than that. It may take moving people, it may take organizers, it may take people giving you advice, it may take all kinds of things, all kinds of different types of support that you can be open to. And when you get comfortable with asking, and when you get comfortable with receiving, and you can then use your gifts, your energy, in the way that you are created and designed to use it, and leverage it with the support and in concert with all of the other support that you have. So that's the message for tonight. I think we're up on 12 minutes here. I'm probably rambling a little bit. I'm about ready to just do a few little odds and ends and turn in for the evening pretty soon. It's going to be a nice, peaceful evening with a nice, long, deep sleep. I'm setting that intention now and asking for that support from the universe. So until the next time, not sure what we're going to do the next time with us. I don't know if we'll do surviving change, or I'll have another inspiration about transition and transformation. If you have any ideas, or you want to talk, or want a video on something that is up in your life, that is relevant for your life, whether it's design, human design, or managing your energy in general, or stress management, whatever it is, please leave a comment in the comment box, and I will work on something for you as I'm inspired. So until the next time, be well, be open, and may you be fully supported by all of the loving forces in your life.